Welcome to another episode of For the Fowlers. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Caden.
We're coming to you live from CWA's property, Sanborn Slough.
Yeah, what a good opportunity, huh?
Yeah, what do you think, Caden? This is our second time up here.
Just super unique opportunity to hunt a location that a lot of guys can't do, and good opportunity, good habitat. Honestly, it's all about the people, though. If I'm going to be 100% honest, every time I've come down here, it's been a good experience, good people to meet, good stories to tell.
Yeah, for sure. This one's going to be a little different than our last couple episodes. To be honest with you, we're up here at CWA's lodge, and we're having a good time. Had a great dinner up here. We had some venison and some speck and some chicken and rice.
It's cool. Every time we come up here, it seems like someone brings something to the table. And by that, what did we have last time?
We had that venison lasagna.
Lasagna today. We had some...
venison lasagna that he shot from Georgia, and then for appetizers, he had that halibut from Alaska.
Oh, that's right. And then today we had venison, little like broccoli beef, essentially, but it was venison.
Heck yeah.
Over rice, and what else do we have? That's for you right there. Sorry, we got one of our buddies here, George.
Here, hold on. Yeah, we'll bring him here. We'll bring him on in a sec. But yeah, this one's just going to be a little pretty chill episode. We're going to talk a little bit about, this property here and what, we kind of expect to do tomorrow. It's obviously early season, and, we'll hopefully get a couple of these other hunters on and find out kind of how they were able to get on this hunt. But this is obviously one of CWA's, California Waterfowl's properties here. And obviously they use it for their hunt program here, where you have an opportunity to, put in for, draws for here. But obviously they use it at some of their banquets as well, where they will use these hunts to raise funds for California waterfowl for conservation.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the dinners. I mean, Brandon and I are always looking for an opportunity to go get some good food and talk with some like-minded folk. But the CWA dinners do a great job. They'll usually, I think this dinner has been in the past, it's been buy this call, get an opportunity to win this hunt. Is that right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, and we'll get into that, but I mean, I'm sure some of our listeners are probably like, how the hell did Brandon and Caden end up at Sanborn Slough this early in the season? But obviously for myself, I try to do some volunteer work with California Waterfowl, and I partnered with them, through my company. We've supported California Waterfowl quite a bit this past year. And, the field rep that I work with, he was very gracious and invited me to come hunt today or tomorrow, and I was able to bring Caden on. But yeah, we'll kind of find out from some of these guys how they ended up on here. But
I'm just excited to be out here. Like I said, I'm 2 for 2 with a great experience, and I can't wait to get the opportunity to come back.
For sure. Yeah, no, this is, like I said, a little different episode here. If we start to ramble a little, I'm looking at Caden. He's got a couple beers over there. I'm over here sipping a Jack Daniels, so we're having a good time hanging out with all these fellow hunters here. But no, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We obviously hunted here last January, and kind of a mixed bag of birds. But by all accounts, it sounds like this past weekend they got into quite a few. It's kind of mallard holes, some wood ducks. The specks are out. What do you think tomorrow's going to be like, Caden?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early season. I feel like I've hunted a lot of first Wednesdays, as I call them, which has often been a mixed bag for me. Some of the spots have been blown out, but from talking to some of the guys who are familiar with the guys who hunted over the weekend, it seems like there hasn't been a whole lot of pressure. Not a lot of guys driving through the property, so it seems like a lot of the ponds have been undisturbed for a few days.
100%.
So I'm hoping to, get into some, early migrators and maybe find a few greenheads. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy to shoot a few ducks. And for me, this is I think I brought it up early on the earlier episode. This will be my actual first hunt of the year. I missed the opener. So I'm excited to get my dog out there, get him on some birds. It's kind of knocked some of the rust off, but this is probably one of the best opportunities to do so.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's going to be a good one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. For folks not too familiar with this property, it's kind of an interesting hunt. There's a lot of boat-in blinds, so tomorrow morning the good folks here at California Waterfowl will turn us loose on a couple of outboards, and we'll head out to the blind. And I was talking to one of the guys that kind of works here at this property, and he was saying that obviously it hunted over the weekend, but there hasn't been any boat activity out there since Sunday afternoon. So out in that marsh, there's some birds all rafted up out there. So I was kind of joking with you, Caden, that we should just gun it out of the dock and then just let the kill the motor and let the stream just take us down to the blind and, see if we can't jump those birds at shoot lights.
That's the way to do it. I mean, it seems like if you can get into a spot that hasn't been undisturbed for a little bit, some of the birds have been circling back, going out and feeding for the day and coming home and loafing, you can get into some good hunts. I mean, I know I've had some good experiences over the years. And anytime you get into a fresh spot that holds some birds, it's the less undisturbed it is, the better it is.
Yeah, it's pretty funny out here. I'm laughing. There's no service out here, and your money's no good, but people are out here using Zins in Copenhagen as currency out here. So
it's like back in the days of bartering. It's like, hey, I'll give you a couple of Zins if I can go hunt your blind tomorrow.
Well, it's funny. We're down the street from the Indian reservation here, so
a lot of flavors.
I'm smelling the flavors coming out of these cans over here. So, well, right on. So did we bring our first guy on and see what he's up to?
Who do we got here?
All right. Is that mic on there? Go ahead, give it a little test.
Hello.
All right,
we got it.
So we got our good buddy George here. We hunted with him back in January when we were here, and just by random chance, I walk up to the clubhouse here at Sanborn Slough, and he's like, "Hey, did you hunt here last year?" And sure enough, yeah. So we're back at it again. So
and George and his new pup. Come on now,
George and the new pup. Remind me your pup's name.
Goose.
Yeah, Goose. Goose. Last January when we were out here, George had to cut the hunt.
Excuse me there?
Yeah, sorry. The jack's coming through. No, he had to cut his hunt short a little bit because he was actually going to go pick up Goose from the breeder there. So, George, welcome to For the Fowlers, and how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going good. We're looking forward to the hunt tomorrow and get my pup out and my father-in-law who's never duck hunted.
Oh, no way.
Oh, what's his first duck hunt?
Yeah, first duck hunt ever.
Not even in the rice with you?
No, first real hunt. Got him some waders, nice Sitka jacket, gave him a shotgun, and said, "You're going. Let's go."
Dude, he's already set up better than I am.
For sure, yeah. So is he looking forward to it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's real excited. I'm glad it's not raining. He's not a guy who likes the rain or the cold, so it'll be a nice warm hunt for him tomorrow. Get his feet wet, get him walk around, have him throw some decoys, and hopefully get to watch the pup bring back a couple wood ducks.
Yeah, so the nice thing is, and Caton's got a couple blinds. I've gotten blinds in the past, but I do a lot of refuge hunting these days. But your father-in-law's in for a good treat with this being his first hunt, and I know you have some blinds that you lease as well. So, no, if he enjoys it, he's set up, man. He's gonna have it pretty easy out there.
These are
for sure.
Pretty high expectations, though. I mean,
yeah,
a Sanborn Slough, north side of the Butte Sink. I mean, you can't get a better first hunt. This is a great last hunt, let's be honest.
Yeah, and we got invited up here this year. We bought the hunt last year at a dinner, or the year before, and then got a couple cancels.
Yep.
And we got it done, and then we've been to about 4 dinners this year for CWA and support them by a table, spend a bunch of money, drink a bunch of alcohol, have a good time.
Right on.
And you spend enough money, you get the invite every once in a while.
Yeah, and that's a big shout out to these dinners. I've already mentioned it once, but the dinners, it's a great opportunity to meet good people, like-minded people. It's people who care about the sport. They're willing to donate some of their money, whether it's businesses or private guys. And you get people from all wakes of life, whether it's the richest guy you ever met or just some guy down the street. And everyone feels like equal as you get good drinks, good food. There's some good auctions. My luck has been a little dry lately on some of those raffles and auctions, but every time, I bring my wife there. She says I'm not allowed to spend a single dollar, and every year we end up donating a good amount of dollars towards the cause, so it's a good time, and George is a living testament of what comes out of that.
So you know what, and I'm probably going down with like George's mindset is at those dinners, but I remember when we used to first go, like, hey, how many raffle tickets can I get so I can get some of those prizes? But I got tired of going home with like the,
how many blind bags?
3 different blind bags and 5 pairs of socks and a Yeti, cup, and it's like, I'd rather go there and bid on a shotgun or get up one of these hunts or something like that. So yeah, when you go to these dinners, it's always a good thing when get together with a few of your buddies or your father-in-law or whatever, and just be like, hey, this is a great opportunity. You want to go in on it? Definitely take advantage of it. But
are you a raffle guy or are you an auction guy?
We do everything.
Love it.
What do you have more luck in?
Well, we usually walk away the last.
So the auction's not luck; it's how much you're willing to spend.
That's true. That's true. But are you a lucky raffle guy?
Oh yeah, the last CWA dinner we went to last year when we actually bought this hunt, our table walked away with 9 guns.
See, there
about 13 blind bags, a couple shotgun holders, and And then we bought this hunt for $800. And if anybody going to the dinner, you need to buy this hunt.
Oh, for sure.
And that's a huge shout out. And all that money goes right back into CWA. It's not paying for guides or anything like that. That money is going right back into the CWA fund, which goes toward habitat rehabilitation, whether it's here or other, California. I like CWA because it keeps the money towards California and California waterfowl. I mean, there's a lot of good organizations out there, Ducks Unlimited and stuff. But us being California folk, I mean, I love keeping the money as local as I can. And that's where that money goes. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I know we want to talk a little bit about California waterfowl on a future episode. I was already kind of talking to a couple of the reps here, and we'll get them on later, when, we're not all drinking, Modelo's and
Well, if my wife's
Coors
listening, I haven't had a beer yet, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, hey, it's good. We took tomorrow off, so we're having, by all accounts, it's Friday, Saturday night. But
that's a good point.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I know we kind of live in the same area there. So do you? You're from outside Sacramento. So do you go to different banquets, or you kind of go to just that one? If you don't mind me saying, like Folsom, right?
So we do most of the CWA. We did the bingo this year in Roseville, which was a good time.
Yeah,
I lost at that one
we
too.
We did the Blue Goose. We always do the Blue Goose. That's like a mandatory event every year. We do the Blue Goose for Ducks Unlimited also. And then we're going to hit Woodland next year. Everybody, you need to hit the Woodland event if you want to win some real guns.
Yeah.
Real guns. But we try just to hit the local events, try to support the locals.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, you mentioned the Blue Goose one. That's how I got to know these guys at California Waterfowl. So that's kind of like my home banquet, if you will. And yeah, I try to be
one that in
the Placer one.
Yep.
Yeah. So trying to be more involved over there. But like the listeners know, I had a kid this year, and I just said, hey, I'm willing to help out on the committee, and support any which way I can. But obviously, just the time commitment, stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's no matter which banquet.
So you're a Blue Goose guy, though. That's your go-to?
I'm definitely a Blue Goose guy. I lived in Lincoln.
Was he at the one we were at?
Yeah, it sounds like if he's going every year.
Last year, I mean, it had to have been.
Lincoln natives. We always have the table up front. Shout out to RV Max.
That's right, you're Lincoln. I thought you were Folsom. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So,
dude, RV Max. That's the one right there.
RV Max, if you need a quality, pre-owned, used trailer, hit up RV Max in Rockland.
Is that your company?
And Loomis.
Yeah, dude. Right, you're not even seeing. Oh, he's got the glasses on. We've got the duck. We've got the old school duck camo.
First
RV
sponsor
Max.
of For the Fowlers.
Yeah. It's okay.
Hit up RV Max.
Let me put it this way:
quality pre-owned RVs.
I was here I was here 5 minutes, and I already sent him my specific request of my next trailer.
That makes sense. You came in here saying, "Hey, like I'm gonna get a trailer." I thought maybe he was selling it on Facebook
just to fill,
Marketplace.
I'll give. As you guys get to know me, I kind of ramble, but I'll give you my best attempt at a 15-second fill-in. So I had a trailer last year. My family loved it. Brandon and I had a few.
You do that. I'm getting another jack.
Yep, couple of guys night out duck hunting. It was right by the blind, and then I made the terrible decision of selling it, buying a fifth wheel, and it wasn't the best purchases I've ever made. And I pull up to dinner tonight, or I guess cocktail hour tonight, and I run into George here, and I was like, I can't say that. Here's a guy I know who sells RVs, and I told him and his old man here, I was like, this is what I want to buy. And so right off the bat, RV Max, they already sent me a text like, we'll get you a listing by the end of the week, and that's all I need. You can't beat that. I know we're not doing this is not some big plug for anything, but
waterfowl and trailers. That's all we need.
Anytime you need a trailer and waterfowl, and these might be your guys, because I'll tell you what, they've already serviced me well. That's going to go over well on the podcast. See, Brandon took his headset off, and
No, that's what I was going to say. I'm sorry, I'm back here. No, we might need to talk about that. Give a shout out, RV Max.
I already did. I gave the whole spiel.
For those waterfowl trailers and whatnot.
It was a ramble. It wasn't appropriate, and it was good.
So you're from Lincoln, George. Where do you do most of your hunting?
We hunt a place called the River Ranch. It's just a rice field in Pleasant Grove, and then we hunt rice up in Colusa at the Ash Ranch. Just basically rice for the most part, but we're going to hunt the marsh January 3rd. CWA acquired a new property. We're doing raffles.
The first come first serve one right now, right?
It's the
Potrero Ranch,
Potrero Hills.
Yeah, Potrero, something like that. Yeah,
yep, $300 for a 3-man blind. I mean, you can't beat it. It's such a good deal.
Yeah.
If you want to hunt, definitely hit up CWA's website, buy a hunt, apply for a hunt, try to win something.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And like Kate said, it all goes back. Great cause, stays local, all that stuff. So, did your dad hunt, or I know your father-in-law's just getting into it, but how did you get into hunting?
All my buddies from high school, they duck hunt.
Okay.
You start going to duck dinners, you win all these cool shotguns, and you start.
I got to do something with
And then
these.
you're like,
right?
I should probably start using this. And then you go down the rabbit hole of buying your first Sitka jacket, and then you end up buying everything Sitka. So.
Sorry, we're having a little side conversation.
Just one of those where you start winning a shotgun, you should go duck hunting. You go to duck dinners, you need to go duck hunting.
Absolutely.
And that's, I mean, we've I'm going to say this a bunch, but we've touched on this before. I'm one of the, Brandon hunted a lot longer than I have. I'm newer to it, but when you get into duck hunting, I was a little bit older. I mean, those dinners are a great spot to start. Meeting people who have the same interests, they give you pointers. I mean, I think everywhere I go, including tonight's dinner, you meet people who you're crossing paths with 7 degrees of separation. In duck hunting, I feel like it's like 3 degrees, if not 2 degrees of separation. I'm already getting invites to cool new hunts in different areas and just meeting new people.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, and that, like you said at the beginning, that's what's cool about here. I walked right up here when I pulled up this afternoon, and everyone, like, I'm not even halfway up the ramp, and everyone's got their hand out introducing themselves and everything. So
Yep.
it's a good time and good group, and we had a good dinner together.
It's a little different, though. I'm a big refuge guy, and I'm going to go off tangent here, but that's what's different than going to like I'm going to use Sac Refuge as the go-to. Like, you're going to go to Sac Refuge, you're going to lottery on, or you're going to have a resi. You're probably not going to talk to a whole lot of guys about duck hunting. We're very protective about our spots, even though it's a public refuge. We're protective of what blind we're going to draw. But you come out to a place like this, and it seems like all that's out the window. Like, we're all having a good time. I think we looked at a map like 20 minutes ago, and it's like, hey, I'm going to hunt here. Are you sure you want to hunt here? I think I could go ask anyone here and be like, can I hunt your blind? And we'd all swap. It's a different person. It's a different vibe.
Everyone wants to have a good experience here. Everyone wants to have a good hunt. But going back to that refuge thing, I think about it all the time. We'll shout out the Filthy Spoon podcast. John said it a couple times that when you go to the refuge there, that check station, man, it's like Gen Pop on a prison yard. Everyone's all like flexed up.
But there's nothing better.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a good time. But I just think that's absolutely hilarious. So, George, we'll let you go here in a sec. What are you looking forward to about tomorrow?
Shooting some wood ducks and seeing my dog retrieve her first duck of the year.
Yeah.
And her first duck of her whole life. She turns 1 next month. So it's kind of cool to bring her back for her first hunt. Even when I got to hunt here last year and I got to go pick her up after the hunt to bring her back for her first hunt is something pretty special.
What's your father-in-law looking forward to? Has he shot before? You guys gonna do some trap or anything?
Yeah. He's shot. I mean, we shoot guns all the time, ARs, handguns, everything like that, but he's never shot a duck. And I told him it's literally the most addicting thing you'll ever do in your entire life.
Your wife's okay with him spending a bunch of money over the rest of his life? All right.
Well, right on, man. Well, hey, maybe we'll have George on tomorrow after the hunt, find out how he did. But in the meantime, we thank him for jumping on, and we'll take a quick pause here, and we'll get the next guy on. So thanks for coming on, George.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, we're back. We got our next guest on here that'll be out hunting tomorrow. Actually, one of the two hosts here from California Waterfowl Association. We got Hunter. Welcome to For the Fowlers, Hunter.
How's it going, guys?
Good, man. Good. I appreciate you having us up here at Sanborn Slough.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys. It's going to be a good time tomorrow, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, so, excuse me, Hunter's one of the field reps for California Waterfowl, and he works on the fundraising side, if I'm not mistaken. I met him a couple months ago, and good dude. We're having a good time up here tonight, kind of just chatting a little bit about California Waterfowl and their mission. But he's kind of been organizing the hunt for tomorrow, and looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, same. Looking forward to having all you guys out here. We have a beautiful property here. Sanborn is one of a kind, and really looking forward to it. Just because there's a lot of birds out here, and there's a lot of private clubs around us, but we're one of those few that, if you're just the normal hunter, if you're used to those public land refuge hunting, so like you could come out here and
get
experience
taste of the private life.
Yeah, get a little taste of it.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were saying earlier, I mean, obviously you can get this through a dinner, or, you can get it through the hunt program, but I mean, like he was saying, I'm literally looking at a map of the Butte Sink here and all the multi-million-dollar clubs.
History.
Yeah, and here we are right in the middle of it. So this is a huge opportunity for just like the average Joe to get out here and hunt one of the most beautiful, most
coveted.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, tons of birds.
And it's such an easy hunt too. It's like the best part about it is you bring yourself, you bring a gun,
A buddy.
a buddy, a dog, and that's all you got to bring because decoys are here, blinds are brushed, and our staff does a great job at making sure you guys are going to have a fun time.
Yeah, for sure. So I know we weren't going to put you on the spot too much when it came to California Waterfowl, but you've been with them for a couple of years now, and why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do for California Waterfowl Association?
Yeah, so I started out as a hunt tech, so I started out working for these properties and brushing these blinds and getting all the
Low man.
the hunt. Yeah,
Low man on the totem pole
Low
there.
man on the totem pole. You got to start somewhere. I mean, if you don't start somewhere, you ain't starting at all. So.
I'm going to stop you right there just because I'm curious. So you were working from property to property, brushing blinds, hand you a weed whacker and some head trimmers,
Exactly.
and you were at it?
Exactly. I got put straight to work and went straight to work and had a great time. I mean, you get to see some amazing things come to life, and there's nothing that you could say that's bad about it. So I had a great time.
And it got you some hunts along the way as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the people you meet, the places you get to hunt working for California Waterfowl are amazing. So you can't say nothing bad about it.
Was that a full-time gig in the beginning?
It was
Yeah,
a
I'm curious,
part-time.
how'd you get started? Yeah, I mean, obviously you started
it
as
was
a
a
field
part-time.
tech.
I actually worked as a engineer doing land survey before that, and then I jumped into this.
Part-time work?
Part-time work for fun, just
And then
because
got
I
some
love
hunts
duck hunting.
along on top of it?
Yeah, and then as the story behold is, I jumped into the fundraising side, and
And now you got a job.
now I have a big time job. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be out hunting and everything. How long have you been hunting for?
I've been hunting since I was young. I mean, I remember going out to the blind with my grandfather. We'd go out to the Glidden Ranch, and I'd sit there with a little airsoft gun and shoot at those ducks with that airsoft gun and think I was dropping them dead. But, went out to Yankee Slough as I grew and killed the pheasant. But, I've been hunting since I was like 10, 12 years old. And then...
So it's been a lifelong pursuit for you.
Yeah, you'd say that, but I kind of got out of it. I joined the military.
Oh,
Right on,
thank
we
you
didn't
for
know
your
that.
service.
Oh yeah, thank you guys. I joined the military, went out.
Air
was
Force?
in, the Army.
Oh, Army, okay.
Yeah, I was in North Carolina and had a friend take me wood duck hunting, and
On the East Coast.
on the East Coast. Yeah, and got the itch right there.
I know nothing about that. That's cool.
Oh, it's insane. It's crazy.
Wood
And-
ducks out there, everything good to go?
Oh, wild. It's nothing like you've ever seen. It's like the teal. out
Really?
there. Yeah.
Just swarming in?
Swarming, and I
Versus
just
occasionally seeing one
Yeah,
out on public
exactly.
land out here?
And I came back home and I was like, I need to figure this out. And that's what got me right back into it.
Nice. So I know you'll come out tomorrow, but you've already been out this season. How was opening weekend for you?
Opening weekend was great. I mean, I hunted YOLO, big yellow rat, so YOLO alert for everybody that's out there.
It's not that good, right?
No, it's terrible.
This is
Don't
not a
go.
spot burning podcast. So
No.
don't go anywhere that
Don't
we
go
ever talk about.
Yeah, YOLO sucks. So, no, I had a great time. I mean,
Did you ride a bike?
No bikes. We walked. We hiked it.
Good. Good man.
We shot some birds, had a great time, and then I took my girlfriend out to Grizzly Ranch for her first hunt, and that was a blast. So
A lot of good first hunts.
That's
coming
what I
out
was
of-
just thinking. George taking his father-in-law here to Sanborn Slough. Hunter's girlfriend's going to Grizzly Ranch, man.
My first hunt was at Grizzly Island. They do call that the poor man's Grizzly Ranch. So
Hey, I guess I had it good. I got a pit blinded Delavan my first hunt, so
yeah, you got it real good.
nah, I think I'd take a Grizzly Island and a Sanborn Slough over some of those. But at the end of the day, as long as you get an opportunity.
how'd the
Yeah.
girlfriend enjoy
You
Grizzly
know,
Ranch?
she liked it. She didn't like the whole watching the ducks die, but that's all part of the game.
It's all part of the harvest.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say harvest
Yeah.
to keep us.
It's
for,
all.
for
it's
some
all-
of those listeners out there who don't want to hear that.
It's all part of doing the Lord's work. So it's like we gotta make sure people are getting fed. So
So I know out there at Grizzly Ranch, you guys do like the hunt program and whatnot. So like, are there things for her, like like waiters and different stuff, or do you have to go out and spend all that money and get her
that's-
all set up?
I think that's the best part about the ranch is that we have this big mud room that if you want to bring somebody out that's never hunted before, we have waiters for everybody. Anybody could get
Really?
out there. It's a real easy hunt, and our hunt program's set up in a great way for people to, buy these hunts and get those people out that have never hunted before. And, we do a great job at getting those youth hunters out there as well. So anybody that's new to hunting, it's a great way to introduce them to hunting because it gives them that private feel.
No, for sure. I actually shouted out on our last episode, California Waterfowl's hunt camp. The two weekend hunt camps that are coming up this season, and it's a heck of a deal. Don't quote me. I want to say it's like $500 per guest, something like that, maybe $600. But you guys will teach them waterfowl ID. Go over some duck calls, decoy setups. But I think if I was looking online, that I think everything but a gun. Like you come out with a gun and a hunting license, but you guys have everything else for these guys, right?
Yeah. And that's the great thing about those hunt camps is a lot of them, they'll go into those hunt camps, and Jeff and Carson do a great job at teaching them everything from waterfowl ID to handling a gun properly. They come out of those hunt camps with their hunting education.
Got
and
the dogs
set
loose
up. So
outside.
They're all ready to go once they're out of there, and it's a good time.
And we were talking about it off the podcast here, but getting the juniors out there with Grizzly Ranch, anytime you can get the kids out to a hunt, that junior hunts are all about success. We go out there and hunt. We have good days, we have bad days, whether it's private, public, whatnot. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you've got a spot that shoots well and you can get juniors out there, that's what grows the sport. Because at the end of the day, that's what's we're gonna pass that torch on to them. They're gonna pass it on to their kids, and no one wants to start off with a rough hunt. So when you get the opportunity to hunt Grizzly Island, Grizzly Ranch or Grizzly Island, if you know a guy, but or Sanborn Slough or some private property, take those juniors out there because. I wish when I was a kid I had that opportunity, and I know I'm going to give that opportunity to my children. Brandon's going to do the same. That's what passes on this sport.
For sure. And speaking of kids, one more shout out to CWA as I was looking at, obviously membership's important to you guys, and obviously got the Sprig program as well. So I'm excited to get my son. He's only 3 months, but I'm going to get him signed up.
I think I buy 2 or 3 memberships a year. I don't know how they keep track of it, but every dinner I go to, I sign up for a new membership, so
it's included in your ticket.
Yeah,
I'm always in.
Yeah, you're probably a member through 2035 already or something.
Dude, I'm always in for a CWA membership. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's the good thing is with the kids especially. I told my girlfriend when we were out there, it's not about harvesting birds.
Sure.
It's more about those memories you get to make in those blinds. Where I've been out there on those youth hunts with the kids, and we might kill 1 or 2 ducks, but it's about the memories that I get to sit there with those kids and make with them, and see that smile on their face when they shoot. When
the dog brings the bird in,
yeah. Well, right on, man. Well, hey, before we let you go, what can we expect to get into tomorrow?
The big hope is to get into a few mallards. I know a few of us are going to be in some wood duck holes. Sanborn Slough is right on that slough right there. So we got a bunch of wood ducks out here, but we stack up in the mallards. We're at that top of the sink, so we have a lot of birds, and it's a good amount of fun right here.
Oh, for sure, man. Well, either way, it's going to be a great experience out there, and we can't thank you enough, Hunter, for having us up here, and shout out Eric from CWA having us up here as well. But no, we really appreciate everything that you guys do on the fundraising side and everything everyone at California Waterfowl Association does for the sport that we love so much, man. So we appreciate you jumping on for the Fowlers.
We might have to get you back out here. I got some questions about all that fundraising, and because I think we've talked about it a bunch on this podcast, but dinners, donations, things like that. I'd be curious to pick your guys' brains, whether it's you or someone else about how all that money gets. It's a good opportunity. I'm not curious about where the money goes.
No.
I think it's a good opportunity, and at the end of the day, it's what
we want to make sure the word gets out, because obviously the stronger California Waterfowl Association is, the better the sport is. Obviously the better the opportunities are, not just at these private ranches, but we have a
And I know you guys. There's a ton of you guys do just beyond putting water on properties and things like that. So we're just scratching the surface. I'm just curious about it.
We won't name drop them on here, but we know a mutual person that has property just south of here, and when he bought it a few years ago,
and you guys do a ton just to support the habitat. There's opportunities to hey, you got private property. We're going to help you guys supplement whatever it is to get water on that property, to help the wood ducks, whatever it is. There's a lot of conservation happening. And I don't think people realize what you guys do as an organization beyond just, hey, here's a hunt, here's a dinner, here's a hunt, here's a dinner. There's a lot more being done than you guys do. So it'd be good to get you guys back.
Yeah, definitely. And just to finish it up, I think the best thing about California waterfowl, I support all of the conservation agencies, whether it's Ducks Unlimited, Delta Waterfowl, all of them. But the biggest thing with California waterfowl is all this money that we raise here in this state stays in this state, goes to projects in the state, so goes to conservation in this state, which is huge. I mean, you look at Klamath right now, and Klamath is thriving, and that's a big part to do with California waterfowl, and it's what we do. And those biologists
got water this year,
exactly, and it's those biologists that work real hard to make sure this state has water and those ducks can thrive. So be on the lookout this year, because those ducks are up at Klamath, and they're ready to come down. So we're gonna have a good year.
One good north wind.
Good north wind.
Maybe two.
Maybe a couple. Yeah.
Telling Caden he lives up there in Shasta County.
Whoa! There's no birds up there.
I know. Just saying. Let us know when they're on their way down.
I'll just little text. Maybe I'll send a pigeon. I'll send a duck.
Yeah, send a duck out.
Send a duck down.
Well, right on, man. Hunter, thanks for coming on For the Fowlers. And once again, shout out California Waterfowl Association. Any of the listeners that aren't a member, join. $35 a year. It's super easy.
Is that all it is?
No.
Simple as that.
You guys got to raise the fees.
It's nothing.
Oh, I mean.
How much is my dinner ticket?
No. Let me say one thing. Actually, I was out at one of the local refuges the other night, and
with dinner.
No, you guys had some volunteers out there, and they were actually doing free membership raffles, stuff like that.
No way.
Yeah, they did it last year. And no, I think it's great because get out there, but hey, membership is just the beginning. Go out there, support your banquets. There's other volunteer programs that you can do. Do the wood duck program.
Bring your wife to the banquet.
Go out and do egg salvage. I'm actually pumped for when my son gets old enough. I want to go out and do those banding projects. That'd be pretty cool.
With Brian, I mean, that's a blast right there.
But
I'm a big fan of bring your wife to the banquet. It could go good, it could go bad, but it's a good opportunity to show her, like, hey, we're not that crazy. There's other people who like what we do.
You just got to tell her it's date night. That's all you got to do.
Dude,
date night.
Prime rib, maybe some salad, a lot of drinks. CWA best on the drinks.
Bar.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well, right on, man. Well, Hunter, appreciate you coming on. We look forward to it tomorrow. Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
All right, we got our next guest out here. This one I'm excited to have on. Just met him outside. This is Lucas. Welcome to For the Fowlers.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Lucas and I were chatting out there, and I got to say, appreciate your service. He's active duty Air Force. He's stationed out here at Beale Air Force Base.
Yep.
And he's able to get a little time off to come up here and do a little duck hunting.
Kinda. I got to go to work tomorrow night, so.
Okay, so he'll come out and hunt, have a good hunt tomorrow morning, then go out and do some work out there. We were talking a little bit. How long have you been in the Air Force?
9 years.
Okay, awesome. And you're originally from Indiana, you said, but you've only been stationed at Beale?
Yeah, I've only been stationed at Beale for the last 8.5 years. So.
Okay. And did you pick up waterfowl hunting since you've been out here, or is this something you did a little bit before?
No, I did it. I hunted a little when I was younger. Did waterfowl hunting when I was younger as well with some family, and stationed out here. Didn't really realize how good we have it out here.
For sure.
The Pacific Flyway, it's pretty good. Picked it back up and haven't stopped.
No, that's awesome, man. Well, we're obviously out here as guests of California Waterfowl, and I know you're familiar with the Veteran Hunt Program, but maybe for our listeners that are not, and I'm no expert on the Veteran Hunt Program, but I know the importance of it and how they take care of our active and retired vets, but maybe if you can just give us a quick little spiel on that.
About 3-4 years ago, I got involved with the Veteran Hunt Program with CWA. About 2.5 years ago, I got pulled on as a guide to help them out. We take vets, active duty, retirees. We take them out, basically a free hunt. All they got to do is be a member of CWA. We do all the calling. We do basically a full guide for free. So if any vets are out there and they're in California and don't know about it, go to CWA, go to their website, sign up for the hunt program. It's a great time. We get people kind of all over the state. I met people from out of state that hear about it, so.
No, that's awesome. Do have folks on base that, have participated in it?
Yeah, so Mike Kellogg with the VHP has helped out the guys at Beale, the guys at Travis. He gets a lot of us out. We just had 2 guys out last week at Moon Lake. We shot, I think, 6 ducks or so. We had a brand new hunter and a guy that's been hunting for a couple of years, so they had a good time. We also have a hunt program at Beale.
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit about that. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, I'd love to hear about that.
So yeah, we have a program at Beale. It's kind of an all around. We can hunt pretty much anything. No predators is about the only thing we can't hunt, like no coyotes, obviously no mountain lions in California, no bears, but we have deer, quail, sneakily pheasants every now and then. Most of them kind of stay hidden. Big on ducks, big on geese. We get a bunch of Canada geese as well, which is kind of like a little rare for Yuba City. They don't get them as much anymore as they used to.
I was looking, and it's funny, I was kind of looking at, some public land, turkey hunting and whatnot, but I think right on the north side of the base there, Spenceville up there.
Yeah, so we have a ton of turkeys.
Okay.
So our program's owned by CE Environmental, and they hate the turkeys because they try to plant new plants, new trees, and they just tear everything up. So we have turkeys galore.
Nice.
I think last year we had, like 25 young with two hens just running around, and we're like, man, what a year.
That the Beale hunt program, that's interesting. How many folks are, experienced hunters versus how many are like, hey, first-time hunters, and I want to check it out?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag on that one. We get a bunch of new guys that have never hunted before, and we kind of got to coach them up, or we pair them with somebody that does know what they do if they're willing to take them out or if they can. We've got about 12 blinds on the base. Every blind on the base, as starting this year, now is supplied with decoys. So they got 12 mallards, 12 widgeon, and 3 to 4 honkers or so, depends on what blind it is.
So you're hunting on the base?
Yeah, we're hunting on the base.
That's crazy. And I don't know why I'm just throwing this out there now. My father-in-law was actually stationed at Beale years ago, and I'm about to pick his brain on that. He's not a hunter by any means, but he was stationed at Beale Air Force Base for a while, and I'm going to have to be like, hey, you never told me that there was waterfowl hunting out there, but that's pretty cool.
It's good. Last year we did pretty good. We shot about 450 birds total. That's probably amongst about 30 hunters or so, maybe 40.
Wow.
We get a few people that come in that are family, like retirees and their kids can come hunt. Some of the kids will come in, and we get a bunch of creeks to jump shoot, ton of wood ducks. We're part of the CWA's wood duck program as well, awesome. So we report all of our numbers of them. So if you're looking at CWA magazine, you'll find Beale in there with whoever's part of the program or whoever's ran that. You'll find it in there.
I'm about to take a look at that next time that magazine comes out or that surveyor report comes out. It's pretty cool. But are there like any sort of like restrictions as far as hunt days go during the season?
No, that's what's kind of nice. I know some other bases have hunting as well. They're a little more restrictive, or they allow. Or they have more rules to allow more people. So we strictly only allow active duty. So that's either guard, reservist, or just your active duty from any base, any service. Government civilians, they added those in there, and then also retirees. We don't allow vets right now. I think it's just because it's kind of like a area thing. We don't have that much of land. Like, yeah, Beale's big, whatever, but we don't have that much hunting land that we can use. Yeah. So that kind of, if we added 200-300 vets on there, I'd love to have them out there. We're actually working to get vets out there, like on guided hunts with us. But I think it would ruin it a little bit for our active duty. But we're working there to get more vets involved out there because I know they're very interested.
No, that's awesome that there's that kind of outlet or, that opportunity for you guys. And is this unique to Beale, or is this something that maybe like Travis does something out in the Sassoon Marsh? Are you aware of anything like that?
I don't know if Travis will. We do have some hunters that come up from Travis.
Okay.
I could ask them about it as well. But I know you can hunt at Vandenberg, Pendleton. There's some bases like in Florida you can hunt. There's Barksdale. So there are bases that you can hunt. Alaska's one as well. It's just kind of like any base that has land, there's probably an opportunity, or there could be an opportunity. Oh,
man, that's awesome. Well, before we let you get out of here, I know you've hunted quite a few of the CWA properties through the veteran hunt program, but you were telling me you've never hunted Sanborn Slough.
I have not. I think last year I was tagged to go on the vet weekend, but I think last year it was flooded out.
Okay.
Per normal, California likes to flood in January, so.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to tomorrow. What are you most looking forward to about this property?
I'll just see what it's like. Just get some birds on the ground, and I've got my pretty young dog with me. See how he handles it. He didn't like this past weekend very well on public land, so we'll kind of see what's going on.
First season for him, or
it's first full season.
Okay.
I had him out last year trying to get him acclimated to public land because I go out with quite a few people. Multiple guns going off. Some dogs like it, some dogs don't. Yeah. So this will be his first full season. He went out quite a bit last year, but we'll see how we'll see how he does by the end of the year.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, we really appreciate you coming on for the Fowlers here, and more importantly, we really appreciate your service, and thanks for everything you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, we're back. We got our next guest here, probably our last guest of the night, but I wanted to bring this guy on. I went outside here, and we're having a good time up here at the Sanborn Slough Clubhouse, and I was talking to Logan here. He's another Sacramento guy. He's from Folsom, but he had a couple good stories out there, and I said, hey, do you want to come jump on the podcast? You got to share that with the listeners. One's kind of a story from the Sacramento area, YOLO to be specific, but another one is about one of his experiences early on here. I'll let him tell the story, but I think it goes back to when he was about 10 years old. So next up on For the Fowlers here, we got Logan. Logan, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, sir.
Well, hey, obviously you're up here at Sanborn Slough. You looking forward to tomorrow getting out there and getting after some ducks?
Absolutely. Hope we each shoot 7 of them, and no matter what, we'll go home a lucky man.
I love it. Well, we won't keep the listeners waiting. Why don't we kick it off? I walk outside, and Hunter, who was on earlier, said, hey, you got to have this guy on. He has a story about how he almost died out hunting, and I don't mean to make light of it, but when you kind of hear the story, some of the listeners might be like, shaking their head or rolling their eyes or whatnot. But do me a favor, let's not throw any names out there or those connections to those folks. But I'll turn it over to you. Why don't you go ahead and tell us that story about that experience out at YOLO?
All right, so a little background story. Everybody goes out. Young hunter, name's Logan Grundy. Been hunting for about 2 or 3 years. Just learned basically how to hunt all the refuges. Went out to YOLO one of these days. Not everybody gets out early in the morning. Got out around 10. It was about 10, 11. Went and took a blind with a couple of my guys, and we're sitting there in the parking lot, pulled up, getting our waders on. All of a sudden we hear a gunshot go off, and we turn around, and backside of my truck is peppered with BBs. Left side of another truck that we didn't know, luckily, was also peppered with BBs. Didn't have anybody there. Everybody was okay. Dogs running around, barking. Turned around again, and there was a lady that had unsafely unloaded her gun in the parking lot. She came out of the what would you call it? It's
the parking lot where all the blinds.
You
go
got
out
the blinds.
of,
But she came from the
free room
area.
Free room?
Yeah,
Okay.
she walked out of the free room area, put her gun in her Subaru, and went to go unload her gun. Accidentally clicked the trigger, went off, blew a hole through the side of her Subaru, peppered the left side of my tailgate while I'm sitting on the right side, and luckily we're all okay, and
Yeah, man, that's absolutely insane to hear. I mean, one, the fact that anyone's walking back to the parking lot with a loaded shotgun, and two, the fact that they're, the way that they're unloading it, and she had it racked in her trunk there. I'm going to see if I can't get that picture from Logan. Maybe we'll post it up on the Instagram page. But, he showed me the picture. Sure enough, it's blown out the side of her car, and, he's got a couple BB marks in the side of his truck, and man, that's crazy. Fortunately, Logan's all right, and the rest of his group's good. But, man, that's a scary, scary story. Especially, you're in the parking lot, you're getting ready to go out, and just to hear that. I mean, we all hear those gunshots off in the distance when we're out in the lot, especially when we're sweating on. But, man, that's insane, man. So glad you're all right. And like I said, not a funny story, but, man, I was like, that's crazy. But
everybody, make sure you unload your guns before you get in the parking lot. Make sure you're safe when you're going out to those refuges and hunting those free roam areas, blinds. Doesn't matter who you're with. You don't know anybody next to you.
Well said, man. Man, that's crazy. But I think this next story is actually kind of funny. As you guys know, we're out here at Sanborn Slough, and this goes back. I don't know how old you are now, Logan, or how far back this goes, but this goes back before California Waterfowl actually owned this property.
Yeah,
you were out hunting it. So we're going to hear a story real quick about how Logan actually almost burned this clubhouse down. So
I won't take all the credit, but me and my buddy,
let's hear this
Jake
one.
Lasath, shout out to him.
Like I said, you were about 10 years old when this happened, right?
I think we were 13 years old.
And how were you coming out here? How'd you have access to these?
My best friend, Jake Lasath, his dad is Scott Lasath, who used to have the show Hunt, Fish, Cook, turned into Dead Meat, in numerous other shows. So he's actually been out here recently cooking some cooking segments. But we came out here when I was like 13, and we showed up to the place, had dinner, went to bed, and these beds that we were sleeping on had rollers on them, and we couldn't determine who it was. It was either Jake or me. We rolled a bed. It was probably 4 or 5 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. You're half
it was
asleep.
Super early. And we rolled one of the beds up to the space heater, or the wall heater. And we're sitting there hunting. And I still have a bird that I shot out there that one day. It was a green-winged teal, and it's still on my wall today.
Oh, nice.
And
something to remember that day from. That's cool.
Yes. And all of a sudden we're sitting out there, and we see a plume of smoke out in the distance, and the dads are like, "Oh shit, we got to go take a closer look at that." That's kind of where we were staying. Dads drive the boat back, and they get there, and I'll just speak for the dads. They had to run into the house.
This is the best part. Go for it.
The freaking whole house was filled with smoke. They ran into the bedroom, found the flaming bed, and chucked it out the main room. And, if it wasn't for them, this whole place would be down.
That's crazy.
In history. We wouldn't be here right now.
Oh, I know. That's the crazy part is like, this is my second time here, and I think it's an absolute blast. What a cool opportunity. And the fact is, man, this almost never would have happened because Logan and or his buddy decided to try to torch this place. Well, that's crazy, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing those stories. You've obviously hunted here before. Before we let you go, what are you looking forward to about tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, if I'm looking forward to something, me and my buddy almost brought Jake Laysath, shout out to him again. We almost brought down a honker when we were 14. It was our first goose. Me and him were going to shoot together, and I'm hoping to get a honker tomorrow.
Yeah, I was driving around the valley over the weekend, man, and they're up here right now. I'm seeing a handful, and I know it's kind of a slow opening weekend, but some folks were getting into a couple honkers, so right on, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow, and thanks for coming on and sharing those stories. Glad you're all right from YOLO, and glad you didn't totally burn this place down to the ground. But thanks for coming on for the Fowlers, man. We appreciate it.
I'm glad we could be here today, man.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks. All right, we're back, and Caton's back here. He's got a fresh beer. I just poured another Jack, and you missed out on a couple good guests there, Caton.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it myself. I definitely stepped away from the podcast for a second, but that's the joy of the old Sanborn Slough.
No, I told you to take a microphone with you, man. You're out there holding court out on the patio.
I definitely should have.
No, well, we're going to kind of close things up here. The party's kind of dying down a little bit here. Folks are starting to head off to bed, but we really look forward to tomorrow. It'll be a good hunt. Caton and I know where we're going, so we'll boat out there tomorrow, and I think we'll check in with.
Afternoon. Who knows how it'll be, but a little after the hunt podcast.
We'll just kind of check in real quick before we hit the road, and what'd you think about today? This has been pretty cool, huh? Second time.
This is all duck hunting is about.
Oh,
I don't care what anyone says, but you got to come out and experience a situation like this where you're with your buddies. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Other than you, I don't know anyone else here, and it's been a good time. It's like meeting old friends, even though I just met them. And
no, for sure. We were just talking to some folks, and it doesn't matter where you're from, what you do, whatever you come up here, we're all bonding over waterfowl hunting, and it's been a good time. So
yeah, it's been good, and I hope the listeners got some good insight and got some of the excitement I have for tomorrow morning. So we'll see.
Yeah, so thanks to the guys that came on. We had George and Hunter and Lucas and Logan. And
that was gone for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but it was a good time, and we'll check in with you guys tomorrow. All right. All right, we're back to close this episode out. Here we are, morning after the hunt. Pretty good morning overall, a little slow out there, but still it's a fun experience out here. Thanks again to California Waterfowl for hosting us out here. It's a good time. I definitely recommend folks, put in and try to come out here. It's a cool experience unlike any other. You take some side-by-sides out to the boat ramp, and most, I think, all but maybe one blind are all boat in, so it's a fun experience for sure. But yeah, we got into some ducks this morning. Overall, not really a banger for anyone here that was hunting today, but everyone had a little bit of success. But no, it was a good time. What'd you think, Caton?
Oh, it was awesome. It was nice getting out there. First hunt of the season for me, where I'm actually shooting, and Took a couple shots to knock some of the rust off, but once we got it dialed in, it was fun to see the ducks start falling. Shout out to my pup Rooster. He had a good day. It's been quite a learning 2.5 seasons with him. He's a ball of fire, got a lot of energy, so sometimes getting out in that blind is a little bit stressful, and he handled it like a champ. And once he started getting on the birds, there's no stopping him. It's cool not losing anything, and it sure is nice not walking out in that disc field, letting the dog do all the work.
Yeah, man, for sure. I was really impressed that last bird we got, just the way kind of off to my left there, and we both saw it, but obviously when I knocked it down, it fell right into some thick tules, and you had eyes on it the whole time, but Rooster definitely didn't. But as soon as we kind of put him on the right direction, he was on it. So yeah, no, he looked really good out there today. Doing good in the blind. Yeah, really good pup. So nice work with him. But yeah, we just wanted to wrap this one up. It was fun meeting all the guys up here. A lot of fun, kind of hanging out with them last night. But yeah, thanks again to California Waterfowl. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.